there. I couldn't find notice. Over here.
We're gonna go pull a chair out. These are chair wheels too.
Like from the center?
Same track out there.
Yeah, we have been, huh?
Yeah.
With the table.
Oops, sorry, no, I'm.
45 minutes?
45.
Makes it talk fast. Like the upper right.
You know, we'll push it to 50. They said 40 run it. I think we can run it to 50 and I don't know. Great, you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. 15.
15 and 15, yeah.
Ish, more or less.
No, you guys yeah, that's awesome.
Right. So.
Okay, I think we should start. We should get started. Ms. Moderator. Okay, we're good. All right, let's get started. Welcome, everyone. We have very limited time. So this is tech and e-commerce. You'll have two presenters today. I'll be the first one, and then Allison's going to take over. This is a great class to be in compared to the social media one. I'm telling you why, because they have a moderator. And when they have a moderator, it takes time. This class you're in, we're just going to give you all the lessons learned, and you can take all the notes you want. I'm going to give it boom, boom, boom to you guys. Okay, you're here, you're thinking of doing tech, going online, setting up your online store. So that's kind of the mindset you have when you're in this class, right? We're going to give you some, like I said, lessons learned. But before that, I want to tell you who I am. I'm Kit. I was a 9-to-5 girly. I worked in the county, very stressful environment. I work here in the college. Best people are here in the college. So I was a 9-to-5 people, but back then I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And then, I've been pretty involved in nonprofits and community. I took the leap in like 2018 and finally became full-time. I quit my job, like all the uncertainty and all that stuff was jumped. So now I run Mystery Maui escape room in Wonderland, and then my husband and I during the pandemic, we started Maui Chili Oil. It's a food manufacturing small business. So that's where this is all coming from, right? So we're not like a multi-million-dollar industry or anything, but these are some lessons learned along the way that I'd like to share with you. Most of you are probably on the first part, startup, or a little bit to scaling, but I wanted to put up this slide because the challenges are different at each stage. As you grow, there's going to be new tech possibly. They're the same but different. Okay, but I wanted to just mention that tech and AI and the things that you're going to learn today, it's not only just for marketing. It can help you in different aspects of the business, right? And operations, finance, and in your inventory years, security, HR, mental health, wellness, all that. Okay, so tech is a friend. If you're nice to tech, tech will be nice to you back. All right. An overview of today's market. So these are from different sources online. I just put them all together for you here. There's thousands of products launched daily. So it's very, very crowded. 250 to 500,000 websites launched daily, like daily. Ads that you see daily are in the thousands. So it's very crowded, very noisy. Unsolicited emails and spam that you get, only about 71% are kind of in the AI space right now. That is kind of growing, right? So this gives you a good picture, an overview of what the tech space looks like, the online space looks like, right? And you're going to be one of them. You're going to join this pool of rally. And then I wanted to borrow this slide from another presentation that I saw because it's important to see. This is the journey of a person buying a car, right? From the beginning until purchase, until it drives out. The ones in red here are non-online, non-digital touch points. All the blue are digital touch points. When I say touch point, is saw a website, visited a brand's social media page, viewed photos, saw an influencer, watched a YouTube video. These are the different touch points a person does before you actually sign the lease and drive the car off. So there's a lot of the 19 are digital. And keep this in mind when you're selling your product. Yeah, it's not just one time, I read about it, I'm ready to buy it. That's great too. But the person has to see it, has to hear it from someone, has to see it in a newspaper, has to see it on social media before it gets embedded in your system. Okay, you're really going to buy it. You're ready to buy it. Yeah. So all of these are different touch points, and then we're going to give you some tools and how you can maximize on that. So these are some of the lessons learned. If you have a product, if you have a brand, even before you're launched on the market, you must already have online presence. No questions asked. You have to have online presence. You got to start it already. That includes your domain name, your social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, whatever you're comfortable with at. You should already create and reserve those names, even if you don't have content yet. But that's one of the first steps you need to do. I have a picture of a baby with a Wi-Fi icon, and I like to use this analogy because it drives it into audiences' minds that your online website, your online community is like a person that you're giving birth to. Okay, so it's an actual alive thing that if you don't take care of, it's gonna die. So imagine this online space that you're creating as a live living thing that's growing, that's learning, that's going to give back to you, that's going to talk back to you, that you need to nourish, that you need to bathe and take care of. So think of it in that space, and we're going to go more into that. When you have a brand and you're ready to launch, this is a little bit on branding, more branding, not really tech, but when you launch your website, can customers search for your brand? A little bit on SEO. This is a little technical term, but if your brand name doesn't say what you offer, make sure that your website does. These are products that I support and are existing currently. You're probably familiar with some of them, but for those of you not familiar, what do you think Bitty Bamboo offers?
Children's clothes.
Because you know about it, right? Okay. Which one of these don't you know?
Blue Moon Isle.
Blue Moon Isle. What does Blue Moon Isle do? It doesn't say, right? Do they sell moons? Do they say blues? What?
Baby stuff.
Okay. Maui Island Love. What is that? Maui Excellent. So these are, I just wanted to make a point that if your brand doesn't say what you do, make sure your marketing does, your website does. Because if you say Kulua, is that food? Is that a snack? But it's clothing company, right? So same with Paradise Now. Is that news agency? No, it's not. It's an artist that sells clothes and artwork and all that. So okay, just a note if this is applicable to you, just keep that in mind. And then I added a note on blogs. If you are starting a blog, that's great. But if it's not consistently updated, it's not great. It's even detrimental to your online presence. If your last update is like 2014, it's not going to do good for your website. Okay? Consider alternative things than blog if you cannot maintain it. Blogs are great, but if you cannot maintain it, consider something else. The visitor must be able to confirm the brand identity once they get in your website, understand what is being offered right away, who the target market is if you're part of that, and find the contact information. So when I visit a website personally, I go and see and admire whatever their landing page is, and then I scroll to the very, very bottom and then see if there's like an email or phone number or hours, and then I go back up. Like that's what I do. Other people might do that, and then I look for products and whatever. But I always check if this is an actual entity that I can contact after if I have questions. The contact information is very important, right? Optimize your website's elements and listings. This is getting a little bit technical, but just to get you and give you an example, you build trust with your customers if you use quality images, quality copy for your website. These are offering two products, same products. The one on the right is kind of like Facebook Marketplace looking, right? And then you have an actual dog and then a nice professional photo, which okay, we're gonna go into that later. But yeah, so make nice quality pictures on your website. It does make a difference. It builds a lot of like confidence in your customers. Oh, this is a great dog food. Maybe I'll consider it, right? Some examples for titles and descriptions when you make product listings. Instead of saying amazing handmade mug, you can add a little bit more details for SEO. It will help people search for you. Handmade ceramic coffee mug, 12-ounce microwave and dishwasher safe. Add a little bit more title in the description. Okay, so when you're making content for your products, consider adding a little bit more. Okay, you'll get copies of this later, so you can review it on your own. And AI can do it for you. All right, now you have a website. It's live. People are ordering. Before all of that, you need to make tests. You need to test it. Fulfillment and logistics, whatnot. All right, you have friends and family order products, and then come up with like packaging, your postage. You have to think of all of that after you launch your website, right? So how will you package your goods? Is there a welcome note or welcome email? Do you have any onboarding documents? If there's a wholesaler, what postage service you're going to use, what rates you're going to use, what technology you're going to use for your labels, etc. So this is post launching your website, right? Which is also part of the study. Digital marketing, we're going to get into this on the next one. All right. ADA compliance when you build your website. This is very important. I have a colleague that was sued for 10 grand and more because her website is not ADA compliant. What that means is some of the copy and the contrast cannot see. So consider like a differently abled person, right? It's either you cannot use your mouse, you should only be able to use your keyboard, you cannot hear, you cannot see. So what are the different things that you can do on your website to make sure that's in compliant? There are unfortunately entities out there that this is all they do, like legal companies, that they just look for small businesses to target and say that, hey, you're not compliant, blah, 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 blah. And let's not make it get to that point. There are apps that can help check your website for you if you're ADA compliant. And so this is something you should consider as you're building your online presence, right? Your website. Also, risks involved, right? Cybersecurity. We can mitigate this by choosing a good, reliable platform. Sorry for the typo. Use strong passwords. You follow payment standards. Don't just like, hey, send a payment. Can you like put it in an envelope and leave it in a post? Like, follow the standards that are existing out there for payment. Over reliance on plugins and apps. There are so many apps out there. Do your diligence, research if there are reviews, how people are using them. Human error is primary cause of data breaches. Limit employee access to sensitive data in your company. So social engineering, don't be a victim of it, right? So that's what everyone is doing now on social media. Makes you believe certain things, makes you give out sensitive information. So all of this is considered as you're building your online person, your online baby, right? And then lastly, don't fall in love with your website or your product. Cruel, but don't fall in love. If you're in love, you think it's perfect. No, it's not. Always develop your product, always develop your website. You can admire it, but don't fall in love with it. Always have room to improve your website, right? And then use data to help you with that. If it's doing well, doing not well, conversion rates, abandoned carts, right? Shopify is the industry standard right now for online it depends on what industry you're in, yeah. But for physical products, typically Shopify, Squarespace, you've heard about this, right? WooCommerce on WordPress. And then we go back to this. Is your website alive? And then I have like a graphic of someone growing. Because as we grow, right, at different stages, there are different challenges with a person. It's the same with your website. When it's a baby, it has different challenges, getting the name out there, getting the brand out there, getting traffic, getting SEO and all that. And as it grows, becomes a teen, becomes an adult, you will have different kind of challenges by then as well. Right? So just think of it like that. Do I have some more? Yeah. Yeah. Make decisions based on data as opposed to vibes. Vibes are important, but data is king, is better. All right. Pretty straightforward slide, right? All right. I'm gonna bring Allison up. Allison will give you all the tools. All the tools you need. Here we go.
I'm ready to take pictures of this night.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. You touched on all the important points. There's me. Hi everyone, I'm Allison Chaney. Wonderland Maui is one of my businesses. If you guys know me, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I create businesses in my sleep just because I guess I'm bored. I don't know. I have like 4 operating businesses and a nonprofit that I just found out is officially a nonprofit. So thanks to the last session, I'm like, is this real? Did this just happen? So a little bit about me. I like to tell people that I'm a growth marketer. I grow businesses. I've been doing digital marketing for about 26 years. But really what I do is I grow businesses. That's why I love being an entrepreneur, because I love taking an idea and bringing it to life. Several years ago, I sold my agency to a Procter & Gamble spinoff, and that was pretty fun. Got to work in the corporate world, growing businesses, but that kind of stuff is costs a lot of money. And the part about that I didn't love was I had all these friends and all these people that I knew with all these amazing ideas. And when they would say, "Hey, can I hire you?" I'd be like, "No, I'm too expensive." I hate that answer. But now we have AI. And now I'm creating something that makes it possible for everybody to be successful. It's phenomenal, but you can't do it alone. And that's kind of what I'm here for. If you guys saw me this morning, I'm also the Kihei chapter president of the BNI chapter. So if you ever want to check out BNI, email me, I'll invite you. So what we're going to talk about today are just some key elements of a digital marketing action plan, some AI tools you can use, and then how to use those tools. So starting off, what is a digital marketing action plan? Well, we're talking about tech and we're talking about websites and e-commerce, and Kit really, touched on, how important this is. And here's some basic elements of what goes into a plan. Because the thing is, if you have an idea or you have a website, you've got an e-commerce site, you've got something that you're launching, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't know where you're going. So having a digital marketing action plan is literally like having a plan. If you were to go on vacation, but you don't have a destination, you're not going to get there. Like, what do I pack? Do I need to buy a plane ticket? Do I need to take off work? I don't even know. How much money do I need, right? But if you have a plan, you'll have a better chance of getting the results you want. And that's the most important thing. If you're trying to launch a website, but you're not getting any sales, chances are you probably don't have a very good plan in place. And these are the basic steps of this. You've got to have something that has a business overview, what it is you're doing. You've got to know what the competition is doing out there. You have to know who you're selling to. You've got to set SMART goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic and time bound. Yeah, sorry, I didn't make it up clearly. But if you Google it, you'll find it. But basically what it is you've got to have clear goals, not just that, I want to sell some products. Well, how much and by when and to who? And is this realistic? I want to make $1 million by tomorrow. Probably not realistic. So you've got to have some goals that you can actually achieve. Then you've got to know how you're going to get that and what you're going to do to get you there. And then you're going to have to know who's going to do what and when they're going to do it. And then, of course, you've got to look at everything you're doing and say, okay, is what I'm doing working? That's the biggest question that we always have in marketing is this working? You know, I just did a bunch of ads. Actually, I have a friend that was, somebody told her, oh, you've got to post on social media every single day. And I'm like, oh God, that sounds like a nightmare. I don't like social media, not a fan. But she's like, I posted every day. And then she got sick and she was like down for 6 weeks. She did nothing. And she goes, you know what? Nothing changed in my business. I'm not going to post on social media anymore. I'm like, right there, that's your metric. That is a huge, huge bit of learning. So sometimes we just do things because somebody in a conference said you should post on social media every day. But if it's not getting you the results you want, you need to be measuring it so you know that. So you stop wasting your time doing things that don't get you results, and you start putting time into the things that do. So these are the most important things to keep in mind. But until now, this cost a lot of money. I used to get about $10,000 a month per client to do this work for them. Guess what? Nobody's paying me that anymore. And it really sucks. But I just had to pivot, right? Like we all do with AI. AI tools makes all of this faster and easier. So for me, yeah, that means I had to really change my business model and what I do for a living. That was really hard pill to swallow. But the most exciting part about this is now everyone in this room, everyone with a business idea now can make it successful. That's what I'm super excited about. So I'm going to talk all about the types of AI tools you can use for marketing. So there's your basic AI tools, right? You've got your standalone tools that are, I'm going to go through a few of those. Then you've got some AI powered marketing tools that are AI tools that are specific just for marketing. And then you've got all these AI powered features and all these existing tools. So does anybody use Canva? Remember when Canva was just Canva? And now Canva can do AI stuff. Like, oh my God, AI is literally in everything we do. And if you think AI is not in something you do, you probably just haven't noticed it yet because it's there. I know a lot of people that are 100% against AI, and then they tell me, oh, but I'm running Google Ads. I'm like, yeah, AI. Like if you touch Google, you're using AI. Like you can't not use it. It's just what it is. So a few of the tools that I recommend, and again, you're going to get copies of these slides, I think, but feel free to take pictures. And if you want, leave me your card afterwards. I'll send you a copy of all my slides, or grab my card and send me an email, because I want you guys to check these out. Spend some time and really dig into these. So there's AI tools like ChatGPT. I think most of us have used ChatGPT, right? And then there's Claude.ai, Gemini, Perplexity. I mean, they all have, slightly different purposes. I kind of go between ChatGPT and Gemini. Sometimes I use Claude. I feel like Claude is a little bit better for like when I'm trying to write an email or do something that's a little bit better with my tone of voice, stuff like that. But usually ChatGPT and Gemini are kind of the ones that I like the most. Then we have these AI powered marketing tools. So you might have heard of ones like Surfer, Market Muse, or Easy Peasy. That first one, Catalyst Hub, that's my tool. So if you go to Growth Catalyst IO, I actually have a link in here in a little bit. We just literally yesterday created a link that you can get a 30-day free access to it. Basically what it is human support on how to learn how to use these tools. So you can go to any one of these tools and use them. I'm an SEO expert. I've actually been doing SEO for 26 years, and I've created online certification programs. I went to the Surfer SEO tool, and I was like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. I just wish there was a human to walk me through this. Well, guess what? I'm the human. Inside of Catalyst Hub, you have a human that can hold your hand literally through all these things. Because if you go at this alone, you're going to get overwhelmed. And that's why we built this system. And then, of course, there's AI-powered features inside of existing tools like Canva. If you use HubSpot or Go High Level, which is kind of like I should have added that in there because I'm sort of evolving from HubSpot to Go High Level. I really love that system. It's awesome. Actually, Michael Lucas was just texting me about it. Like, we're moving everything to Go High Level. It's amazing. Yeah, I know you should get that. Make sure we do that before we switch over. Of course, Google Ads. You can do ads optimization within MailChimp. They even have. I mean, everything has AI-powered features. So just look for it everywhere. Now, what's really exciting is you can use AI tools for literally everything. I'm going to go through a few of these. So file storage, you can use it inside of Google or Dropbox to help you organize your files, to find things. accounting and bookkeeping. Does anybody use QuickBooks for their business? You do, it's my bookkeeper. We use it inside of there. She's awesome, by the way, guys. So we use it inside of QuickBooks. It's really amazing. These things will like give you insights. And like the other day, I was literally looking for like, I had to file my GET taxes, and it was like, oh, here's the button to click. It literally told me where to go. Like, I don't even have to bookmark it anymore. So, and of course, there's payroll and HR. All of these systems, depending on who you use, they have AI tools baked into them. If you need to build a compliance or privacy policy for your website, if you need to add cookies to your site or anything that is along those lines, guess what? You don't have to create it or hire an attorney anymore. Literally just go to one of these websites and it'll do it for you. And then, of course, there's sites that help you build reviews and loyalty. There's sites that help you automate the review process. There's sites that build loyalty programs. I mean, literally everything you need to do. And of course, these are some of my favorite ones. In the communications world of things, you've got, every single one of these has some sort of aspect of AI. One of my favorite things, actually, our last speaker, Luana, was talking about Otter. Otter and Fathom are very similar. Fathom has changed my life. Every Zoom meeting, I now enter it with my Fathom. So it's me and my robot. The robot takes all the notes. I don't have to take notes anymore. I can be present. I can maintain eye contact. I'm not looking down and writing notes. I have all of my notes. It does a summary. It gives me all of my list of to-dos and the questions that were asked. It is phenomenal. Yesterday I went through, I was in this Zoom the other day and I was talking about something and they were like, wow, that could be a case study. I literally took the entire Fathom, like an hour worth of a transcript. I uploaded it to ChatGPT and I said, find the segment when I talk about the case study, write a blog post and email and social media posts. Boom, done within minutes. And now I have all kinds of content to promote this awesome case study about my product that I just created. So it's like within minutes, this stuff is done. That would have taken me weeks or never gotten done in the past. So we have a lot of tools we can use, but let's talk about how you can use some of these tools. And like I said, you can use, go back into these slides and just start playing with the tools, but the application of them is what's really key. So I want to talk about kind of three main ways that I love to use AI tools that can really help you for your business in both creating and marketing and analyzing data. So the research and the insights is really powerful. You can create content. You can create strategy. Now, I should have put an asterisk next to that with strategy. AI is not a replacement for humans. AI is meant to support us. Humans are better strategic thinkers than robots, always and forever. I believe that. So you can hold me to that. And then, of course, we have analytics and optimization. So some best practices when you're prompting AI, be specific, provide context. Don't just say, I need a blog post. Be specific on what. Give it some context. Use some examples. Break it down into steps. This is a great example. Tell it what format you need. Define the role. Like act as if you are a marketing manager for a large Fortune 500 company in the Midwest, right? And then iterate and refine. Never just copy and paste. We like to say garbage in, garbage out. If you put garbage into that prompt, you're going to get garbage out. If you copy and paste that, nobody's going to find your stuff anyway. So, and all the scrapers and Googles and all the things in the world know if it's AI or not, and so do humans. So again, some tools that you can use for research and insights. You can do market research, competitive analysis. You can create content. And then I think you've all probably created content with AI. You can create blog posts and emails, literally do everything with it. And then, of course, use it for insights and recommendations. Always go back into these tools, and you can use it within Google Analytics. You can use it. There's also custom GPTs like Supermetrics. I really love that one if you're using Google Ads. You can upload your data and say, tell me how to improve my ad campaign and get more leads. How do I make the phone ring, for example? So a couple of quick tips, though. It is not a replacement for humans. So AI is not taking over. You should still be nice to it because you never know. But just kidding. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. At some point, I'm just going to go live on the beach and just forget about all of this. But it can be also outdated or inaccurate. So always fact check. I literally did some math the other day with AI and AI got it wrong.
So, and we said, wait a second, do it again. And it was like, whoops, sorry, made a mistake. And I'm like, oh my God, you're a robot. You should have got this right. So don't just trust it. You always need a human on the other side. So my tips for getting started: clarify your business and growth goals first. Now, this is my little freebie I want to give you guys. Go to this bit.ly link. You'll get a 30-day, right now our trial is really only 7 days, but for you guys, you get 30 days. Go into this system. It's going to walk you through how to do it. And basically what you're going to do is answer a series of questions. It's like you were in with a marketing expert. It's going to ask you about your business. Once you talk about your business, it's going to give you a document. It's actually going to give you 2 documents. You take those documents and put them into any AI engine and start building your marketing plan and building your marketing. So the next thing you want to do is go and use those custom GPTs and your business info. And by the way, I have a custom GPT. When you sign up for my thing, I'll give you access to that too. And you can use, and basically my custom GPT is a 26-year marketing expert and her team. That's me. And it takes all of that as if I were doing the work for you of a $10,000 a month marketing agency. Now the robot does it, so I can go live on the beach. So you go in, and of course, always analyze the output. Don't go at it alone. Always use an expert. Don't be afraid to ask humans. Don't use this as a replacement. That's my best advice to you. And of course, I'm here to support you. It's what I love to do. If you keep an eye out in the world, you will soon see an entity called the Growth Lab. The Growth Lab is going to start teaching workshops on how to do this so that you have a human to support you in building an AI-powered plan, but the power is going to be in your own hands and the $10,000 will stay in your pocket. So thank you. And now we can do questions. Woo, we got through that fast. Yes.
What were you saying you were using instead of HubSpot?
It's called Go High Level.
Go High Level.
Yeah, so I'm getting ready to use it. I demoed it and I saw what it can do and I was like, wow, for the price point. Michael uses it. It's phenomenal. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as HubSpot. HubSpot used to be this big, like, enterprise level, only the big companies used it. It was very expensive. Yeah, super expensive. And Go High Level is affordable for everyone.
Well, they came on and looked what was out there and kind of made everything else better.
Yeah.
Right?
It's amazing. And it'll do everything. It'll do emails and, I think you can create your website in it. It'll do social media posts and analyze data, all the cool things.
Send it to an affiliate link.
Yeah, I know.
Now, I'm looking right now.
Yes. I love it. Just ask me out there.
But it grows too, right? So if you're a startup, there are free versions of things out there with limited capabilities that you can start off. And then the more you grow, if you have funds to pay for the premium, then upgrade. So they can step at a time, depending where you are in your business. But AI can help you look for those free stuff.
That's the cool thing about it. You can really start slow and build.
How are you doing with your product, local sales versus like online sales?
I wish we are better online. That's what my project right now. We just upgraded our website because there's only limited market here in Hawaii. So for Maui chili oil, our biggest revenue is wholesale right now. It goes to different food lands, go to different stores across the nation, but we want to expand to the mainland. We want to share the product to the rest of the country. So hopefully online is better, and I'm in that space right now. We're growing our online capabilities, but revenue is wholesale for us.
Do you do like the swap meet or like a weekly market and then obviously made now?
We can, but it's a lot of work.
Right. No, I know.
So yes, the markets are great, especially for small businesses, and I can tell you why. Because of cash flow.
Right.
As you grow your company, right, you need constant cash flow. The ones in the markets, that's easy cash for you. Online sales are also cash in your money in your hand. These wholesale companies, they have net 30, net 60. You give your product, the check won't come until whenever, and you need to follow up, hey, whatever. But all these markets are great. If you have capacity to do the markets, which are like every Sunday, if you're in the college, in Wailea, there's so many farmers markets right now. That's a great way to get the product out and get feedback from your customers. So if you have capacity to do marketing, do it. Right now, we just don't have capacity. But yes, if you can do it, do it. It's really, I highly recommend. Anything else? Or even non-tech, I don't know, life at the beach, I don't know.
I don't go as much as I wish I did.
Wow, you're so quiet.
They're,
What are some of the startup ideas people have? Yeah.
I got a question for Allison.
Okay.
What, I mean, you have all these ventures, so what
Yeah.
exactly does the growth lab do?
So Growth Lab is, what we're seeing is there's a need for people to have support with how to use AI tools. Because here's the thing, everybody in this is in the space of either I can do it myself or I have to do it myself. Because if I were to say, yeah, let's work together, my price tag just isn't affordable for most small businesses. It doesn't make sense, right? So what it does is it helps people to learn. Now, if you were just to like turn yourself loose on, Chat GPT and start building your business, you wouldn't know how to prompt it. You wouldn't know if the information it gives you is actually quality information. It's like the other day I was asking it to analyze an ad campaign for me, and all of the advice it gave me was garbage. And I was like, oh my God, ChatGPT got it wrong. It's kind of like the math, like it literally got it wrong. And I was like, whoa, you need a digital marketing expert to be like, no, actually, that's not a good idea. Let's tweak this prompt a little bit so we can get a better idea. So what Growth Lab does is it's going to help you. It's going to be a series of workshops. There's going to be some small ones and longer, over a course of time. And then we're wanting to do kind of like a boot camp retreat style, like 3 intense days of like, let's sit in a room and build a plan together and execute it. So basically what you're going to be doing is instead of saying, wow, AI is really cool, you're going to go, wow, AI actually helped me generate 5 new clients. So we're going to help you get to that point of taking it from, okay, I'm using ChatGPT and it's coming up with all these ideas to what do I actually do with these ideas? Are they good ideas? How do I get good ideas? And what do I do next to actually know how to be efficient and effective? Like human support to learn how to use the tools.
So how is it different from Wonderland?
So Wonderland Maui, I actually created it to just sort of build websites. And honestly, like I'm not really doing much of that anymore. So Wonderland's gonna kind of merge into, I don't know, I've got so many different
Your umbrella company.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm like, oh, I also offer, like if you go to my website, you'll see I do websites. I have a link for all the training courses that I do, and then I have a link for like being a growth partner. And basically that's just a link to schedule a call with me and we talk about like, what do you need? And like, okay, and then I customize and I just build I'm basically a consultant at this point.
Yeah, there's a question there.
So it sounded like Growth Labs is like AI school.
Kind of, yeah.
Like,
I mean, I think that's a
Small
good,
business.
yeah, for small business, yeah. But with, instead of, it's funny because somebody the other day was like, oh, I can go to this AI course. And I'm like, yeah, but do you have a human? They're like, oh no, it's all taught by robots. I'm like, yeah, good luck with that. Because what happens when you have an actual question? And I mean, it's the most frustrating thing. You can't get a human for anything anymore. Like I can't even tell you like all the things I've tried to do in my life. Like my T-Mobile bill. I'm like, do humans even work here anymore? Like what the heck, So we want to keep that personal connection. And also there's sort of, to me, the value of it that keeps coming up is that, after COVID, I think we're all burnt out on the screen. And we're all like, I don't know, I know I am. I'm burnt out on all this digital stuff. I really miss the human connection. And sometimes people just want somebody that they really like and enjoy working with. I mean, if you're going to work and you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're going to do it 24/7. You need to be with people that really enjoy doing it.
Especially for businesses in Hawaii. It's a very unique place to do business, right? So we are mostly coconut wireless, so there are human elements that are uniquely Hawaii that AI won't replace. AI is a tool that you can use, but starting up a business, if you have a very cultural based product, let's say, so there's certain things that AI won't be able to replace. So it's helpful. There's a human element.
So I have a question. So is it in person?
Yes.
And then is it happening right now? Like, or you're about?
We're basically kind of testing the waters right now to see what people want, because I'm like, okay, like, do people want to do, because we're actually thinking, like, we literally had a conversation about it yesterday. Like, we know we're all busy. What's the best day of the week? How much time can somebody set aside? I know most people are like, I can do about 90 minutes in the middle of the day on a Tuesday or a Thursday. That seems to be the day. Like Friday is no Aloha Friday. Nobody's doing anything on Friday except for this worked out really well. So, but we're just trying to figure out, like, in Hawaii, what do people want and need, and then we're just gonna answer that call. So
That's what Stacy and Angela
yeah.
follow up to this boot camp.
Yeah, like an ongoing thing. Yeah, I know, because this is so great. This is what's kind of been inspiring me. I was like, oh, people are really here and they want to learn. And I've been a trainer for, gosh, like 15 years. I love teaching people stuff. But now I'm like, oh, I'm going to teach people AI stuff now. Like, this is really fun. Like, it's really cool. And you get really good results when you do it right. So.
There's two in the back.
Yeah.
Austin, I was just gonna say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump. Yeah. Starting the trial would probably be a great way to get into that, see what it's actually all about.
Absolutely. Yeah. And for the trial, I mean, we want feedback too. Like, get in there and break it. Like, if you're like, oh, this sucks, please tell me. Like, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Because just like any other starting business, I mean, this is where we have to be vulnerable and say, tell me if my baby's ugly. Like, I love that picture. like, please tell me if my baby's ugly. Like, I'm not falling in love with the growth lab right now. That was really amazing advice. I'm like, it might be ugly. There's been some ugly baby
Oh,
moments.
it's ugly.
Yeah, we had some moments.
So I was just gonna give a little, so in all of our swag bags,
Mhm.
there's a feedback card.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing feedback that you'd like to loop back again, and you'd like to have more AI focused courses, like please fill those out.
Yeah.
Get everybody to fill the green out. You guys too, presenters got them as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's a great
it's
idea.
a great idea because Angela did one of these in February and it's great and successful. This and great successful. So you can do more.
Yeah, I'm excited. I really feel like, I mean, it's because the pandemic, I like literally went behind a screen for a year and a half and it was miserable. I really I used to travel and train all the time. I miss it. And I love Hawaii. I don't want to go anywhere else. I'm not leaving this island. So I'm only going to do it here for Maui businesses or Hawaii businesses.
Can you talk just a minute about the BNI that you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, so BNI is Business Networking International. It's actually a global organization. It's been around for like 30 years. We have, I mean, the chapters everywhere in the entire world. The Kihei chapter is the only in-person chapter on Maui right now. And every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. for 90 minutes, we have a meeting at Pizza Madness. So you're welcome to show up. We actually have a table, like just go in the back of the room. There's a little QR code you can like register. I'm the president, so I'll get the email and then I'll just send you an email that says, hey, I'm really excited that you're coming. Here's, making sure bring business cards. You'll have a chance to network. You also have a chance to share your business. So you get to stand up in front of the room for 60 seconds and say what you do and what kind of referrals you're looking for. And BNI is a referral-based network. So the purpose of it is for everybody to basically be each other's sales force, which is amazing. Like, I hate cold calling and I don't like telling people about myself unless I'm like in this kind of thing where it's expected. But I love it. I love telling people like, oh my gosh, have you tried Kit's, chili oil? It's amazing. Like, that's so much easier. And that's basically what BNI does for you. So it's good for a lot of businesses, and yeah, come anytime.
Networking group.
Does the BNI, is it a Zoom also, or does it have to be people on Maui?
So this particular one is just in person in Kihei. They do have virtual chapters. If you go onto the BNI.com website, you can find a virtual chapter. I think there's some on Oahu and
So to be here in Honolulu too.
Yeah,
That would be nice for Maui County people.
Yeah, well, Tracy, actually, I don't know if you were in the last session, she was sitting right next to me. She works for BNI and she's working on building a couple of new chapters. And so they might be hybrid, but just go online and see if you find one. If you have do you have a business that could be wider reach than Maui? Like, would your
I live on Lanai.
Okay, so yeah, I would say I would say look on, there might even be one on that, I'm not sure.
Just like, it's like you said, it's nice to share other people's businesses also.
Yeah, exactly.
The word of mouth is the best.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's like coconut wireless. but global.
Well, I just wanna, you have your product ready before you come there, right? You wanna have something ready before you show up to that meeting, or?
You can just show up, even if you're just like, hey, like literally we've had people
It's
walk
great
in.
networking.
Yeah, and they're like, I have no business, I'm just curious about who's in Maui. Like,
Also a great
here.
place to test out your messaging.
Yeah.
Get comfortable with talking about your product, talking about what it'll be.
And sometimes I bring donuts. But I don't. But yeah, you can just come to meet other businesses.
When was it again? Did you see the?
Yeah, 8 AM on Thursdays at Pizza Madness. Yeah.
Seek out these social groups that can help your startups. It's very important here, especially in Hawaii.
Yeah.
You volunteer for a chamber, you know, if you have like a nonprofit that does businesses, the Maui Women's Business Center. So seek out all these smaller groups and bigger groups that can help amplify your business, because it can get lonely. You know, it's me and my husband, and we need a fairy sheet to break the tie. So we consult our friends, we consult these groups, you know. So when you argue about a decision, that kind of thing. But you need sounding board when you're growing your business, and these social networking groups are great.
What's chamber?
Great tool.
What's chamber?
Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, Maui Chamber of Commerce. There's Japanese Chamber of Commerce, Filipino Chamber of Commerce. They're like little pockets of groups. Young business professionals. Ask ChatGPT to look up all of it for you, and
Yeah, it will. Facebook has a lot of groups too.
Yeah.
Mind if I mention it, Alignable?
Of course, yeah, actually, great point.
So I just accepted the position of ambassador for the Alignable networking group, which actually we're going to be working with BNI to kind of partner and expand upon that as well. So I'm not stepping on Allison's
We're all
toes.
friends.
But it's kind of like if LinkedIn and BNI had a baby.
Yeah.
That's the way that I put it. It's LinkedIn local, really. And we're having our first business networking mixer, is what we're calling it, at Coco Deck in Lahaina next Thursday at 3:30. And we're hoping to get a lot of business owners on there. And I just wanted to mention, because it's another great social networking platform. For me, it's way better than LinkedIn because it is local. You get to meet people face to face. And then the great thing is that there's no pitches. It's just really relationship building. And you don't have to worry about bringing business cards because you're tied to everyone in the room on Alignable automatically once you register.
This is next Thursday.
Next Thursday at 3:30 in Lahaina.
You know what's so funny about you saying that is that I had a bunch of Alignable requests, and I was like, I never even look at this.
What
thing.
the heck is it?
Like,
That's why they needed an Alignable ambassador, yeah.
I was like, I need this thing.
Yeah.
So like now that you're saying we're meeting at Coco Deck, I'm
Yes.
like,
Oh, yeah, and it's a mixer, and it's all about relationships. It's
Yeah.
not about pitching each other. So
At the end of the boot camp today, there's a networking session. This is your group already.
Yeah.
It's one group. So just get to know each other, exchange cards and all. Yeah, it's helpful.
I love that it's a small island. Like we all just end up knowing. Like I know like half of you guys. So I'm like, hey, my friends are here.
What kind of businesses are we starting or thinking to start? Anyone willing to share?
well, you all know I have a bookkeeping business.
I have a food trailer, a Mexican food trailer on Lanai. I love Lanai tacos.
Oh, I know you could take her.
Oh, yeah, I have a bunch of them, yeah. They're all like.
Oh, you're wearing Mark's.
Where's your food truck at? I'm gonna be there for Paddle for Life next weekend. So where's your food
Oh,
truck at?
actually, so I hate to say this, I'm actually taking a break. I'm a foster parent. We just got 3 more kids. So we're actually taking a break right now. But on Mondays, starting in October, we're gonna be at the school parking lot from 2 until we sell out. And then we're in the middle of October, we're gonna start doing Wednesday lunches. And I got a roadside permit on Lima Street on Lanai. So
Paddle over.
yeah, paddle over.
Anyone else? Do you want to share with your weekend?
Well, I'm a graphic designer. I work here as well at the college as an instructor, but also I got to take the fashion incubator. And so now I want to make a business with curtains. a long sew, and I also do silk screen. I'm a silk screener, so I want to make curtains with large Hawaiian curtains. It's hard to find.
It sounds amazing. There's no good curtains anywhere here. Lots of windows and no good curtains.
But they have, but the print is always, the items are always so small, but I want to go big, so.
Great idea. I love it. Hope to see them out there soon.
Just starting my entrepreneurial journey. I don't own a business yet, but I'm looking to buy something on Maui, something small and for my first business.
Amazing.
Is there any
Kind of
particular?
industry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something. My background's in food service, but I don't want to buy a restaurant. That's high risk. It's not recession resistant. So I was kind of thinking like self-storage or something.
Yeah.
Very easy and simple to start with.
Laundry and I was thinking the other day, we need more car washes.
Yeah,
Watching would be nice.
there's nothing on the website.
Like on the,
Right, car washes on the website. Oh yeah, they used to have that one. Yeah, the only one is on shell and it's horrible. That's one to look into.
You have to open everything at this point.
Right.
You're looking for signs and opportunities and.
And so much
It's a
opportunity on the
time.
website too. It's gonna take a little bit yet to get there, but there's gonna be so much.
So much there's gonna be, yeah.
yeah, it's interesting to hear from others what they're doing, because it's kind of small here.
Yeah, anyone else want to share what they're doing?
I own a regenerative farm in PA,
We're about to be.
near the Humane Society.
Yeah.
Where the maroon building.
That's cool.
I don't, what did you say?
Oh, I'm a farmer. I own a regenerative farm in Kihei by the Humane Society.
What do you grow?
Right now I do calo, beets, radish, green onion, jalapeno and habanero are gonna go in. Hook Soup has my radish in stock, and they're actually fermenting the greens from the radish, and they're gonna make like a furikake that'll go on their shelves next week.
Oh, how good.
I'm gonna take a selfie next to them.
I like the shirt.
Oh, thank you so much.
What is the name of your company?
Happy Lau Farms.
Happy Lao Farms.
Very cool. I drive by that all the time. I didn't win it. Cool.
I wonder
Thank
what
you
was going
guys.
on over there. I've seen it grow slowly. Yeah,
A
beautiful.
few years now.
Yeah,
Yep.
wow,
Trying to make some food.
very cool.
Yeah.
All right, I think it's time.
I think
for
we're
dinner. We'll wrap up. We'll head back in the lounge. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So wonderful. If you have a card or just take a card and email me.
I will do that.
Just say I want the card.
Okay.
Where are you selling your vegetables?
My
So, 90 minutes, we just forget to come and share about.